Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jupiter James and this is Astro Motivation, where I awaken the astrologer within you and aim to give you a little inspiration and motivation per your unique placement within your birth chart. You know, I really do feel that before a time of iPhones and iPads and I this and I that, we were a culture and a society that were better able to look up at the stars and understand exactly where our dreams were and how to get them. And so if that sounds good to you, let's go ahead and get into it. Today I'm really excited to bring you a very well requested topic of, you know, should you relocate? Is relocation or a different area in the world more beneficial for you than the rivers and the lakes that you are used to, okay? And there are definitely some placements and indicators that when I am reading a birth chart, that there's a telltale sign, like warning bells go off in my mind that shows success is meant for them in the foreign lands. And it hurts my heart when I see people who have never left their birthplace or never left their birth country when their chart is indicating that success is for them in a foreign land, that marriage is for them in a foreign land, that prosperity is for them in a foreign land, okay? And now, foreign lands, whenever you hear me say foreign lands, and even within the context of this video, whenever you hear me say foreign lands, know that that is just fancy astrologer speak for anywhere outside of the birthplace. It can be 50 miles, it can be 500 miles, but know that when I am looking at a chart and I say foreign lands, it definitely indicates that the further you go away from the birthplace, the more prosperity and abundance you will reap. And the placements that I give you in this video will be just that, okay? The further you go away from the birthplace, the more abundance you reap. And these are the telltale indicators within the birth chart that would show me or an astrologer, you know, what that could be for you, or you know, if that is meant for you, okay? So definitely go ahead and grab your birth chart, grab a pen, grab some paper, and let's go ahead and get into the indicators. So the first indicator that shows me a person is meant to succeed or meant to exist within foreign lands or anywhere outside of the birthplace is going to be by tracing the chart ruler, meaning the ruling planet, the lord of the first house, okay? So for instance, if you have Aries on your first house, I'm talking about Mars. That's your chart ruler, okay? Apply that for what it applies to you. But the first indicator is if the chart ruler, okay, of the birth chart is in the 12th house, or in the 9th house, or in Sagittarius, or in Pisces. If that chart ruler is going into any one of those directions, in the 12th house, in the 9th house, in Sagittarius, or in Pisces, that is an immediate alarm for me as an astrologer that says this person is meant to exist outside of the birthplace. This person is meant to get out of the places that they are used to, the place that they were born into, because this is where prosperity and abundance will be for them, okay? And it doesn't have to be far, it doesn't have to be, you know, some foreign country, although it will benefit them if it is, but just getting out of where they, you know, grew up in would benefit them very greatly, okay? So that was the first indicator within the birth chart, the chart ruler going into Sagittarius. Anywhere in the birth chart, the chart ruler going into Pisces, anywhere in the birth chart, or the chart ruler or the first house lord going into the 9th or the 12th, okay? The second telltale indicator for me is if the person has their sun in the 9th house, or their sun in Sagittarius, or their sun in Pisces, or in the 12th house. The sun in 12th house is a big one, because for me, this would show that, you know, when you have sun in the 12th house, this is gonna be very heavy energy. This person may feel, you know, especially with sun in the 12th house, a bit reclusive, especially if they are staying or existing within the birthplace. They may feel misunderstood. There may be just a lot of drama within their, you know, general home life or their hometown surroundings that they don't really resonate with, that they want to get away from, and this will cause them to recluse because there will be a concentrated 12th house effect that this person is dealing with. But the more that they move out, the more expansive their energy will get, where they will not be as reclusive, where they will be able to reap the abundance of their sun in the 12th house, okay? So the closer to home the sun in 12th houser is, the more they want to just go in their room, hide in the dark, and not interact with anyone, and recluse and isolate. Whereas when they choose to travel, they feel abundant, they feel expansive, they're able to reap the positivity because it's like they're letting the air out, you know, they're finally able to breathe. Okay, so whenever I see sun in 12th house, I definitely recommend this. And of course, if you have your sun in Sagittarius, you are the metaphorical, you know, world traveler. You should be on a plane, train, automobile at all times as a sun in Sagittarius. And same goes with that sun in Pisces. Sun in Pisces will have that very depressive energy when they are too close to the things that they are accustomed to or what they were born into. Whereas when they get out and explore the great expanse of life, they feel a bit more spiritual, a bit more abundant. Okay, so that was my second indicator in the birth chart to show relocation is meant for the person, or existing outside of what they're used to is meant for them. Okay, let me know if you have these placements. The next indicator is going to be the moon. Okay, the moon is a really slept on type of planet when it comes to relocation astrology because people don't consider it, but the moon deals with your inner emotions, right? Where you feel the most comfortable. The moon and the sign of Cancer also deal with home and family, your home and family. Okay, and so whenever I see the moon in the 12th house, Cancer in the 12th house, right? Or the moon in 9th house or moon in Sagittarius, I encourage the person to get out and see the world because they will find that this is maybe where they're meant to live. They feel more comfortable. They feel more, they feel a little bit more domestic in a foreign land than they do in their own hometown. They may feel like a foreigner in their hometown, right? Whereas when they go away, this person feels like they belong amongst others who are not from the same race, culture, creed as themselves. And when you have Cancer in that 9th house, or moon in that 9th house, or moon in the 12th house, or Cancer in the 12th house, this is where the person is going to feel comfortable away. Okay, it's like, send me a postcard, send me a telegram, you know, write me on email, write me on Facebook, but I'm out. I gotta go because this is where the person's gonna feel comfortable. Otherwise, they're gonna find that they feel uncomfortable when things are too, you know, close to home, ironically enough, right? So that, let me know if you have this placement. Let me know if you have something similar. And yeah. The next indicator is going to be governed by stelliums, okay? Stelliums are very important in the birth chart because they show where a concentration of energy is meant to be expressed within, meant to be focused on, okay? It's like putting a bunch of headlights or beacons in a certain area of your birth chart, and wherever those beacons or planets, aka the stelliums, is going to be indicative of where a person should be focusing, where the universe is going to be directing them and pulling them and pushing them. And so I consider it that if you have a stellium in Sagittarius, Sagittarius being the world traveling humanitarian sign and symbol of the zodiac, ding ding ding, that is a telltale sign that you are supposed to exist in foreign lands, okay, in a place that is not your own or that you are not accustomed to, okay, because that is where prosperity and abundance is going to be meant for you. And I don't care where that stellium is in Sagittarius. I don't care if that stellium Sagittarius is in the 8th house. I don't care if that stellium Sagittarius is in the 4th house. I don't care where it is. Stelliums in Sagittarius is going to be very, very indicative of this. Or even if you have a stellium in the 9th house, right? And a stellium, just to be clear, a stellium is more than 3 planets. Sometimes I even consider the asteroids, if they're very important asteroids or points, and it's blinking and it's showing up on your birth chart generator, it's a stellium in my eyes. It really, really is. So any types of concentration of energy in, or stellium, in the 9th house or in Sagittarius is going to be a telltale sign. Okay, the next stellium would be if there's a stellium in Pisces or a stellium in the 12th house. All right, this is going to be a telltale sign that this person would reap abundance in foreign lands. They're meant to be dealing in foreign lands. They're meant to be doing all their action in foreign lands. Life is locked up in foreign lands for them, because if you have a stellium of planets, that means that a lot of your energy, a lot of your life, a lot of your duties, a lot of your karma, right, is a lot of your love is in foreign lands, right? And if you aren't going and getting it, that means that a bunch of your life is is locked away somewhere else where you're like, oh, I'm here, but I can't do, and then you may wonder, why is nothing happening for me here? Because all of your planets, all of what you are supposed to be expressing is over there, you see? So this is what can be seen when you have a stellium, all right? A stellium in Sag, stellium in Pisces, stellium in 9th, or stellium in 12th house, all right? Let me know if you have something similar, and I will let you know if that is indeed a stellium for you, or if this is an indicator for you for relocation, okay? The next indicator in the birth chart is all about the 4th house. You know, the 4th house is a little slept on because a lot of us believe or have been taught that the 4th house is home, right? And so we just believe that it's the home that we live in. But what happens if that 4th house or that IC line has Sagittarius in it, right? Or Pisces in it? This is going to show that the person is meant to relocate, that they would be better served in being able to even find a home outside of the birthplace. That they, especially if it's in Sagittarius, sometimes when the person has Sagittarius in the 4th house or on the IC, they're going to find that they aren't able to materialize or get a home for themselves until they move, until they go and dibble and dabble in foreign lands. Same with Pisces, right? This is going to show that the person would be better served by living elsewhere, okay? For sure, okay? They even will feel more comfortable with this, all right? It also indicates with Sagittarius in the 4th house that you may even still have foreign roots. You may be far away from the family. You may be far away from your family. This is one of the indicators in the birth chart that show me that foreign lands or living outside of the birthplace would benefit you greatly, okay? Especially as far as home goes, okay? This is just for the home aspect. I'm not saying love or money will be found in a foreign land. I'm saying the home will be better gained in a foreign land if your 4th house is in Sagittarius, or if your 4th house is your 4th house is in Pisces. All right. The next indicator within the birth chart is going to be tracing that 4th house lord. Okay, so it doesn't matter what the lord of the house is. It doesn't matter what sign your 4th house may be in. Okay, if that 4th house lord is going into the 12th house, that is a telltale indicator for me, right? That is like, yep, that person is meant to gain a home. They're meant to live in a home elsewhere outside of the original birthplace. The next one is if that 4th lord is going into the 9th house, okay? This is a very telltale indicator for me, right? Now, let's say the 4th lord is going somewhere else, right? In a different house that's not the 9th or the 12th. If it's in Sagittarius or in Pisces, bingo. That means that the person is meant to be somewhere far. They're meant to settle or gain a home or gain a better domestic life outside of the birthplace. Okay, so 4th lord going into the 9th or the 12th, or the 4th lord going into a Sagittarius ruled house or a Pisces ruled house within your birth chart, okay? Let me know if you have this, okay? Okay, so this is a big one, and I'm feeling very generous here, okay? So with this next indicator, this is Venus or Jupiter in the 12th house, okay? Venus and Jupiter in the 12th house not only are going to show that you may reap abundance and ease and grace, right? Because these are the 2 planets of ease, grace, and abundance, but it's going to show that you may even find love in foreign lands, that you may find that when you stick close to home, when you stick to the things that you know, you may be more susceptible to lost love, or you will have that lost love effect where you're perpetually single, or you will be someone that prefers to take all of that romantic energy, you know, Jupiter being the husband and Venus being, you know, the romance. You will take all that romantic energy and make it spiritual. You'll keep it introspective, but you'll find that when you get out and see the world, that you are able to make those planets that rule love, that rule marriage, more tangible out in your physical reality, okay? Because it's in the 12th house, all right? If you have Venus in 12. It also shows prosperity and abundance and ease and money in foreign lands when you have Venus in the 12th house, all right? Or Jupiter in the 12th house, all right? Your abundance is in a foreign land, all right? Yeah, or Venus in Sagittarius is a big one. Venus in the 9th house is a big one. Jupiter in the 9th house or Jupiter in Sagittarius is also a big relocation or settling in foreign lands or success in foreign lands indicator, okay? The next indicator within the birth chart is if you have your North Node in the 9th or the North Node in Sagittarius, or your North Node in the 12th house, or your North Node in Pisces. Hello, this is your destiny, especially if you have that North Node in Sagittarius or that North Node in the 9th. OMG, please do not fear the world. Oh my God, that's what I have to tell you if you have a North Node in the 9th or North Node in Sagittarius, is that you are meant to see the world, but don't be afraid of it, because you will really want to stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to, okay? So this is your life's mission, is to get out and see, get out and do, get out and experience the great vast world that is for you, because this is where you will find your destiny. This is where you will find your prosperity and abundance, especially if you have a North Node in 9th or North Node in Sagittarius. But of course, North Node in Pisces or North Node in 12th is also indicative of this as well, all right? It will actually be shown that when you have North Node in Pisces or North Node in 12th house, that you would find your spiritual nirvana and your happiness and your joy outside of the birthplace. That this is where you really do gain a big connection with the all that is, all right? So let me know if you have this placement. And last but definitely not least, because this is the number one, I should have said this one in the beginning, right? If you are a Sagittarius riser, why are you even looking at this video? You should be on a plane, train, automobile, doing and seeing the world. You know, you should be having your endless eat, pray, love moment, all right? Because that is what the Sagittarius riser is here to learn in this life. Because being a Sagittarius riser is going to show that the way you are going to get your dreams, hopes, goals in this life is through travel, is through seeing the great beyond. And a healthy Sagittarius riser who is living according to their destined plan in this life is going to feel this early on, and they're going to chase it. They're going to go after it. These are going to be the people that leave home at an early age, and they're going to say, I'm getting the hell up out of here and I'm going somewhere that my family has never even heard of, okay? Or these should be the people that, as a Sagittarius riser, when your friends call you up and say, hey, where are you? You should be telling them that you are in some foreign land that they ain't never even heard of, okay? So my Sagittarius risers, I saved the best for last for you, but know that you should have been first. This should have been the first indicator that I named, which is Sagittarius riser. If you're a Sagittarius riser, you do not stay home. Do not even play, okay? I am wishing you guys all the best. I really, really do hope that you gain some knowledge and some insight within this video. Let me know your unique placements, or if you have a combination of these placements in my comments below, or if you have something similar that maybe you've heard about previous, or you've heard some whispers around town in your astrological, journey. You said, hey, I thought this was an indicator, or I thought that was an indicator. Let me know, and I will let you know if that is true for you, okay? You have a beautiful, blessed day. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.